Raph, I don't have anything planned for you, Pion. Your weekend is vacant.
Oh, he said tomorrow night we're doing something, but apart from that, yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow night. Okay.
Tomorrow. Probably in the afternoon, not night. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't have anything planned for the student council, honestly.
That's fine. I don't have any suggestions to make. Sure, there's work to go.
Yeah, I need to do some paperwork.
Okay.
Done a lot of that today.
Okay, good. I mean, there's never enough paperwork, as far as Rio's concerned. Makes everything so organized. Let's handle the budget for everything. Hello?
Hello?
I mean, we are here.
Right.
I think...
So should I roll to see how well I do my paper stuff?
No, I think
Probably.
Jess is doing paperwork. Sorry, I had to close my mouth. I think Jess said she was doing the paperwork, not Rio was.
Did she?
Yeah, she said I did a lot of paperwork today.
That's weird.
At least that's how I heard it. It's no, that isn't necessarily reality. It's just how I heard it.
Yeah.
And I guess she dropped.
Oh.
Yep.
She's not in. Hello?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
We were worried about you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
You're welcome.
Alright, so diligence.
Okay. Diligence is good. It gets stepped up in school. As long as I'm at school, I basically have 2 D12s.
Damn.
Ooh. Oh! I'm not tired at all.
Alright. What do you want? What kind of issues do you want to be at the forefront of paperwork done?
I mean, we're the Treasury Department.
Hmm?
So I'd probably like to be at the forefront requests for special events, budget, maintenance and stuff.
Special
Like clubs
event?
that want to, like clubs that want to do something special, maybe like use the
Field trips.
courtyard, yeah, things like that.
Alright, so this is a meta question. What kind of special event would you want to see?
I don't know. What do you mean?
You know,
I don't understand.
do you want to see a hockey game? Do you want to see a science fair? I mean,
Yes?
I don't know. I've never had this much freedom before. It's scaring me. Can I please go back into the cave?
I like that.
Thank you. I mean, what's a club that's probably underappreciated?
Chess club.
Yeah, but I feel like that's for a good reason. I mean,
The literature club. Get Hamato in on this.
yeah, the literature club.
There you go.
a book club that's on Sundays?
Hi, my name's Monica. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Haha. No. Yes, basically. I don't know. I don't know!
You
I wasn't
want
prepared
that?
to suggest something.
You
I
want a
wasn't prepared for this! Just give me whatever!
You want a poetry slam?
Yes! Okay? Yes, that's what I want!
Do you want me to give you some time to think about it?
No, I'm okay with that. I don't need more time.
I'm just hanging out at the literature club.
Oh no.
Hanging.
I'm okay with that being a thing.
Okay. Why you sound so scared?
I'm afraid of making a mistake.
A
I'm
mistake?
getting a panic attack. Chill.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Alright. So, from the powers that be, you feel like you did a really good job.
Okay, good. I did a really good job.
You have
Yay.
impacted the world, though.
I'm a boss at paperwork. Can I upgrade my... Can I get a paperwork modifier? That's different than administration.
I don't know. You have one.
I don't. I do, but it's only for administering stuff.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Why don't you have this specific one, Bakana?
Yeah, I know.
Bakana!
You need this one.
Alright. Rio has a very eventful, very productive student council. It's as if everything he wanted to happen is happening.
So
Yay.
can Rapid Akira sabotage that?
Maybe it's the feather that's giving you luck.
Nah, couldn't be.
Alright.
That feather didn't give me a die bonus.
You don't know that. Shh.
I mean, yeah, I
Alright.
guess.
So Akira and so while Akira is diligently going to the room, like she'll recognize a couple of people. She'll recognize Matoki.
Hmm.
She'll
Okay.
recognize
Who's the other
Naomi.
person she recognizes?
She'll recognize Naomi.
There you go. Alright.
She'll recognize, well, Sebastian looks like shit actually, but she'll recognize Sebastian.
Right.
Yeah, he literally looks like, his hair is disheveled. He looks like he has bags under his eyes. He looks pale in the disgusting way, not in the cute ivory boy way.
Oh no.
Damn.
Do they all have their seconds with them? And I don't recognize
Yes.
them.
Well, yes. So,
Wow. I can't believe they're all here. That's convenient.
well, they're
Well,
waiting.
they're all called here for the same reason we are, so it would be logical.
We didn't see him last time, so.
I don't think it was described last time, not that we didn't see them.
I
That
described
means we
you the
didn't see him,
Raptor.
Dave. If it's not described, it's not there.
There were other reps there, but we didn't talk about
Yeah.
them hanging around.
Yeah, exactly.
You just talked to Aiga because there was more important things
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
with
saying.
her.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I'm saying, Dad. Jeez, always. All right.
So the in joke is that you know how there's meant to be a boy and a girl for each thing, right? There's two
Sure.
boys for 1B.
Yeah,
So
that's the end show.
Matoki's with a random girl you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Well, we've probably seen her. There's only like 45 or 50 first years, so just
It's like
we don't
64.
recognize her.
There's 64.
Is she attractive?
Is she attractive? I'll roll.
I think that depends on your taste.
No,
Oh wow, dude!
God.
she's a 2 out of 10.
God damn.
Well, your
Why didn't you
scale
roll a
is
d10?
optimistic, okay.
I don't know.
More nuanced.
I mean, she could, she could have been a 2.4.
Does she want to roll PP to fix herself before she exists?
She's good with herself. She's self-confident.
She didn't get PP when she was born. Okay.
Man, isn't it great
Oh,
that
she
Kaharu
did, I
gave
think.
Akira a favor?
Yeah, that's great. Alright.
All right.
Mm.
She's very plain looking. And that's the nicest way to put it. And right, has the female representative from 1D with Matoki. And then with 1C, there's Naomi and there's Kanemaru. I don't think Akira's ever met him. So
No.
she doesn't know who the fuck that is. And then with 1B, it's Tsubasa and it's Jinta. Chisuke's never met Jinteriba, so she doesn't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Alright. So they're just kind of waiting for the student council members to, do their thing. Like, they're allowed to get lunch and stuff. You don't have to immediately run over, so.
Right.
And you'll see Iger strolling along.
All right.
And whistling.
Is she like coming over to get the shit done?
Yeah. She's
okay.
she's going to open the door and stuff.
All right, here we'll wait.
And she'll be like, "Hey, what? I don't know what the Japanese term is for understudent. Oh, fucking no.
Kohai.
Kohai.
All right, thanks, fellow weebs." And she'll be like,
No
"Hey,
problem.
You're not allowed to call us fellow weebs. You don't know what a kohai is.
You're a
Okay,
fake
thanks,
weeb,
weebs. Hey,
don't
Kohais, you ready to
insult me.
rock and roll?"
Okay. Yeah. Raph said he'd just be a minute. Is that cool?
Who's he?
The guy who comes with me.
Oh, the Goku.
Yeah.
Right.
You need to talk to one of the members about something.
Right. Okay, come on in. She'll unlock the door.
Okay.
You can sit around, and eventually you'll hear the scrambling of Raph coming to the door.
Good.
You guys come in.
And she'll be like, right. So, who wants to go first? And I suppose we should start in alphabetical order. She'll look towards you
next.
guys.
Yep. Alright, do the rise thing. And, go. Since Raph isn't starting. Our class doesn't have many suggestions, per se, for us, but if it's not too presumptuous, we did have an idea for the group here.
And people won't, they'll just kind of be like,
Some of our classmates and us expressed the interest in seeing if we can work out some more inter-year activities. I mean, let's be honest, it's a bit easier than the council for you guys. Kind of nods over to Iga, but for the rest of us first years, we don't really get a lot of interaction with our senpais and stuff, so it can be kind of weird going around the school and not knowing all of them. So we were wondering if we could get some, interclass level mingling or something like that. Some extracurricular things.
"Oh, Aki-chan, you're so adorable. You want to get to know me better?"
Karen's just like slightly uncomfortable at the praise. Something like that. I think it would be a benefit for all the years. So I figured we could all do something for that.
And Kalima would be like, is it specifically to do with our upperclassmen?
Well, how do you mean specifically to do with them? They'd be, mingling with the Kohai here too. It'd be, for the benefit of everyone, hopefully.
Like what? Like lunch dates or?
No, like things where we can similar classes get advanced years to help them out, sort of like mentor programs, things like that. The idea is that the school is supposed to basically lead us all into the future, yet we're isolated between our different classes.
I figured it'd be probably good for them to be able to send off some of the newer students into the year while they're getting their way out. Kind of as like a mentorship program for something like that.
And I will be like, well, it used to be like that in the older days, but things are kind of like, I guess it's a bit segregated. Down with apartheid and all that, right?
Okay.
Why does she have a Mickey Mouse voice?
Shut up.
Okay, sorry. Sure. Yes.
We could do an opt-in system.
And
that would work too. It's for the people who'd want this, after all. But hopefully that wouldn't get a lot of people trying to avoid the program.
Well, we did have quite a bad case of bullying before. You know, with the upperclassmen tending to have more developed personas, and with the dealies messing with the pledges, it kind of got. It's a bit complicated.
I mean,
all right, okay.
You can see why it's not compulsory.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense, even if it is kind of depressing.
And I will be like, that's why an opt-in system, it can be regulated a lot more. The school tries to document all of your abilities and stuff, just in case the worst of the worst happens, but there are some people who are really good at hiding that kind of stuff.
Right. Alright, so there's no inherent problem with the system as long as we had something like that in place. It could work out.
I guess also one of the first steps would basically be finding teachers to sponsor it.
Yes, we'd have to find teachers, of course. Well, I don't know if you guys got the memos, but basically all of the first year homeroom teachers, they are basically like the coordinators of the courses for the first years. So while for example, you guys have Mr. Sugihara for your psychology lessons, the second and third years have a bunch of different teachers. So the first year is actually quite rigorous on the teachers. So if you were going to get teachers you'd sponsor, they'd probably be second or third years.
Right. Okay.
That I guess would also help us, finding the mentors too as well. Those that are not on the bullying side, I guess. The teachers should know their students.
Yeah. Oh, it's not as bad as that other place used to be. But anyway. So, yeah, that's a really good idea.
Okay, Kira. Maybe we can also look through the old files, just get an idea of how that went wrong. Things to avoid. I'll do it.
Sure. Yeah, if we have those anywhere.
I know you guys mean well and stuff, but you're making it sound like everybody else is incompetent.
No. We just want to help with the process. I mean, I was gonna ask if anyone actually had any serious objections before we go too far with this. I mean, she kind of looks over the rest of them. We kind of brought it up because we were hoping we could get everyone involved with this from here. I mean, we're supposed to be doing our part for our classes, so if you guys think your classes need this or would be hindered by this, I mean, could we talk about it before we get any more technical?
And Gentle will be like, well, as long as he's opt-in, I mean, it's not really something I'm interested in personally.
Do you think anybody in your class might be interested in something like this?
Well, yeah, not everybody says my opinion.
Can I ask why you're not interested in it?
I mean, I don't really care about other people going to school. I'm here for myself. I don't think that everybody wants to hold hands together.
Kira just frowns a bit but nods. Alright.
Part of this is so that if we get into this sort of elements, it can help us at the school personally.
Define this sort of elements.
Yeah, Raph, define these sort of elements. Kira says.
Half of the school is supposed to basically be setting us up for the future. Again, one of the elements of that is basically contacts. Learning people that you know so that when we go out into the world, we're not isolated. Mentorships is one of those things that helps with that. Reducing basically
I don't know if you've been paying attention or not, but if you haven't been failing in your classes, you've been given sponsorships and stuff.
I think what Raph is trying to say is it's a better way to breed some more interrelations between the peers of the other, years. I mean, we know our own classmates well enough, but even within this year, some of us probably don't know each other's names here. Think how it is for the other years. I mean, we'll be meeting people who've gone to Mirai once we leave and join the workforce, won't we? it'd be good to have some ideas of where they're heading off and stay in contact with them if there are any job centers or things they need to go to.
I mean, yeah, that's why I said I was fine with the opt-in. Mandatory, just be like,
Sorry.
no.
I'm not trying to, say you're wrong. I just was kind of curious what could be a bad idea about this. Sorry if it came off the wrong way.
Yeah. Because, we definitely, before we go presenting this to the rest of the school stuff, we kind of do want to iron out all the immediate pitfalls that are seen. And
well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves, Raph. We still want to make sure everyone's cool with the idea.
Right. That's right.
I mean, Nam will be like, oh, it's a great idea and all, but there are people who can, do that for themselves.
Totally. But I think it's to be, a safety net program. I mean, there's plenty of go-getters here already, but there's going to be a lot of people who just kind of let the opportunity slip if you don't, instill it into them.
Yeah, see, do you want this to be opt-in or not? Because if it's opt-in, those people aren't going to suddenly want to do it.
I guess that's the big problem right now.
Well, I think, it will never be mandatory, but it can basically be, certain teachers can see students on either side of the fence that basically is maybe might need a push one way or the other. Again, not mandatory, but basically not completely, it's up to the free will of the people.
Nami will just kind of be like, look at Akira, be like, does this guy know what he's talking about?
It's not that hard of a thing to understand.
I think what Raph's point is, if it's the program's available, teachers can recommend it to students. Even if it is an opt-in program, it would be an option they'd have, which he's saying they don't have right now.
Do the double hand gesture to Akira again, see, that's what I was trying to say.
Right. I thought you were going to, make it like a prison term or something.
Yeah. Well, Raph just is talks out of himself sometimes. Brain moves too fast.
Right. And people kind of nod and agree would be like, yeah, it's cool, but as long as it's voluntary, that's the only kicker.
Right. I think it's to the benefit of everyone if it's voluntary, because then it's at least a program that's established that the teachers can use. And I trust everyone at the school probably is within their own judgment for what they'll need to make contacts and connections here.
And I guess Ugly Girl will be like, we currently have clubs where there's some second years in it, like the music club, but when it comes to the creative clubs, that's kind of a come and go kind of thing anyway. Wouldn't really need to consult all the clubs to say whether they want more, mentors and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. Right, yeah. I guess we'd probably want to go talk to people who are in charge of the clubs if we're going over this. Would any of you guys be willing to delegate some of your time for that?
And I guess there'll be a bit of silence.
Kira kind of blinks and then kind of shakes her head and goes, right, well, I can handle it.
Yeah. Do look at Akira me too, obviously. Didn't think it needed to be said, but yeah, I'm in. It's
if
from our class.
If you all want some more, what's the word to say? If you all need more, rigid structure of what we're planning, we could come back next week with a stronger plan after we've talked to some of the club leaders and teachers.
And I will be like, well, yeah, you know how the higher ups are. You need your PowerPoint presentations.
Yeah, that's fine, but I mostly want to get the idea out there for everyone to think about and consider.
Just get all the other reps' first impressions on the idea to see if it's worth sailing or not, as it were.
Yeah, it's nothing controversial. And take you will be like, I don't think you guys had it in you.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, out of all of the people in your class, you think this would be something that a god would think of or something.
Well, like I said, it came from our class in general thinking about this thing. We can't take the credit for completely coming up with it.
Yeah, that was Raph trying to hide the snicker.
and be like, right, let's move on. B, and do you want to hear the suggestions?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well,
I.
considering how non-participation everybody is here, it's probably gonna be pretty low.
Yeah. Half the people didn't even talk. I think they're mutes.
Well, you try role playing that many fucking people, faggot.
Ew, it's hard.
Well,
All right.
You're the one who forced us into this, so.
Yeah, I know.
Forced. Okay. So I guess I'll roll a d10. -1 because it's sad boy. All right. So Jinter and Sebastian will suggest that perhaps they should cross classes on Friday since it's general classes and people should be on the same syllabus anyway. Just to get some diversity and different teaching styles in the general classes. All right. Let's see. All right, so Naomi and Masaru, they will suggest that perhaps we should organize. We should consult the rest of the first year's teachers and organize some field trips for the entire first year. Like Golden Week's going to be in like May, so what better time than to start planning? Now. Getting like the deposits in if they're gonna go somewhere and stuff like that.
I hate to break game, but what's Golden Week?
It's
a series of 3 holidays in.
Yeah.
There's the Emperor's birthday, Children's Day, and some other third day.
They call it Golden Week.
Kind of like a summer vacation week for America.
Yeah, it's like spring break basically.
Spring break, thank you.
Honestly.
Yeah, it's really much like that.
There's like festivals and stuff you go to. Even though I think school's still. Does Golden Week you have school off, or do you have like school festivals? I'm just thinking.
You have school off, but there are like festivals.
Yeah, they would do festivals for it. Most likely for Children's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Akira would be like, yeah.
And we got to get our Persona ski trip or Hawaii trip in as well. Come on, guys.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So, I mean, is this like a thing she's asking everyone about, or just mainly proposing this?
Yeah, like basically, if they should start now, so it can be really good.
All right. So, is that going to be handled by us, or or is she just suggesting that to Aigen?
Well, you guys have like taken on the role of the mentorship thing, so. Naomi.
I just meant us as in the group of being like.
Oh yeah, the class representatives.
The 8 reps.
Yeah.
Yes.
You represent the first years, so and you'll be like, yeah. So Naomi will volunteer for that, and then Mateki will immediately volunteer after that. So
we'll roll her eyes, not meanly, just like, oh my god.
All right, and then 1D.
Uh-oh.
Why? Uh-oh.
They're like, wow, you guys had really good ideas. We should probably talk to our class more. So,
Raph does giggle, or not giggle, but he laughs.
We've got enough on our plates anyway, right?
You fucking idiot.
All right, so I guess that's it for the issues. Ooh. And Miyagi will be like, "Fly free, my kohai. You are free to go. If you
got weird after your trauma.
If you have any suggestions, if you want to talk to me, then I'll be around for a bit."
Thanks, I guess.
Shimoda.
Shimoda-senpai. Sure, it would be San.
Thanks, Aiga-san.
Thank you.
Woo!
Okay, there she goes.
All right. So, I don't think any of you are staying behind.
No.
Alright, you
Kids
are
get club
free
their
to
head
go,
to.
my children.
Kids
Cowards.
gotta head to her club.
Yes.
Oh, just to be polite, did type out a quick message on it to Rio on what was decided, basically, and then just leave it at that.
I'm sure I will hear about it in the student council meeting.
Yes,
This
I
is
know.
Raph, he's dense.
Alright, that's fair.
He's also intentionally doing this.
Oh, okay.
I'm intentionally being retarded.
Okay, he's intentionally just being... Okay, okay, that's fine. Rio will... He just won't respond, considering there's no reason to.
Alright, so let's go to Ryu, because I'm aware of the time.
Okay.
So you wanted to talk to Kumis.
Yep.
Where do you want to do that?
You would probably just find some random place outside that's like maybe behind the school building or something like that.
So so he's still gonna stay in the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's gonna eat the lunch first, return the thing before he goes to, and return the bento box before he goes to school or goes to work.
Okay. I like this music. Alright, so you're eating the PP up bento? What? You're eating the bento, right. Yeah. Gotta go. Alright. So I will roll your intuition just to see if you find a nice spot.
Okay.
Alright, so you managed to find a fairly secluded spot. You figured that let me take a look at the fucking map. I mean, you figured that not many people are going to be outside, like at the courts, because it's fucking cold. So you're able to find some place there. You sit on a bench.
Excellent. That works.
All right, does Ryu mind the light rain?
No.
All right.
I figure he's probably got a jacket with a hood on it.
All right, so he's sitting there on the wet bench with his hood up, and Kumasaka will sit beside him and he'll be like, "Yeah, what you want?"
Right. So, what do we need to do to see about talking to this promise thing?
Ah, you're finally asking me what I can actually do. Well, wow, this is so sudden. I wasn't expecting this. It's just like, what do they call it? Prom?
Wouldn't know. Not old enough for that yet.
Oh, right. Yeah. And he'll just kind of look around and be like, you have some weird tastes.
Well, I don't exactly think having you out and about with your appearance, not to mention how associated this school is with the temple, that all our conversation would exactly be in the best of company.
I mean, I don't think many people apart from, she herself would really understand the context. It's not really something you talk about other people around anyway. You got that right.
Yeah.
Right. I suppose I could give you some context. I did bring something along with me when, we did our little duel.
Okay.
And, give me a moment. And Ryu would remember that he remembers like a massive like merchant cart being put inside of him.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah. He'd be like, so you remember them.
Well, yeah, kind of hard to forget considering how much money was on it.
Yeah, right. Well, basically, I'm able to like store things inside of you. Reiko. Wow, that's really weird to say out. She does the thing where she's able to collect your consciousness and bring it to an image that she can navigate, right? Same with Himi, but you can understand why you wouldn't ask her, given the circumstances.
Right. Has Reiko ever talked about her ability other than, hey, I can create these traveling gates?
I don't think Reiko's really pontificated on it, no.
So he'll look over at Kuma and go, I don't think she's ever said about being able to do that.
Oh, right. It's not really common knowledge for you, is it? I
no.
suppose...
Remember, first generation mythopoetic.
Oh, right. Well, you know how I had a little stint in the shrines and all. Did a bit of priesthood.
Right.
Confessed my sins to a Buddhist priest, you know. Very, very complicated relationship. Right. Well, technically it's the Nakatomi powers, and the Fujiwaras just kind of, came along and became more imperial, but they're able to sort that shit out for you. But, well, since you can't really ask them without it being hell awkward, I can do it for you, kind of. But just for you. Us.
Right. Okay. I'm almost kind of curious how you can even do that, but that's on another level.
It's not the same as their, bloodline, but it's because I am you. It's depressingly easy for me. But
right, I was more thinking about the whole bomb child thing and how that works, but moving on.
Why do you think I said it was depressingly easy?
Yeah, empty inside, got it.
Well, you got a nice couple collection of things now. Not so empty as it was.
Do I even want to know what these things look like inside of me?
You might want to keep away from the man-woman's deal. What's her name?
Yeah, that thing is kind of toxic now, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's been stewing for a really long time, plus it has that elephant stench all over it.
Right. I'm gonna have to figure out some way to get rid of that without putting it back in her.
Well, the fact that you can, quote-unquote, take it from people in the first place is, well, complete as it is, you'd make a pretty good asset for, some evil henchmen or something.
Right, we're going off subject. Talking to this thing, or looking inside it, or however we're supposed to be doing this.
Right. Well, I guess I'll be, changing my appearance, because, you can't exactly travel inside of yourself. And I'm basically, your drawing board. So, yeah. You've never done this before, and it's been a really long time since I've ever done this as a human, and I've never done this as a persona. So, this will be interesting. You want to do it alone?
I'm going to get your recommendations on this. Who exactly do you think would be reasonable to have with me?
Anybody you trust?
I don't think at this stage there's anybody that I'm close enough that probably isn't either busy or probably would be extremely weirded out by this.
Wow, that's sad. Alright. Well, you might as well bite the bullet. So, And he'll just kind of think for a bit, and he'll be like, what you got in your pockets at the moment? AKA, what's in your inventory?
Let's see. Let's see. 9 ecstatic juices, the Genji bracelet, the Kasumi talisman, and 2 PP up bentos.
Right. Can I set some of these things aside just in case? You know.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
Alright, so he'll take the talisman and the PP up bento.
Okay.
I can use the talisman as a focus. It'll probably help a lot, actually.
Okay.
And listen here. I'm going to try and incorporate this, well, thing into my imagery. So, don't be afraid. And he will he will float back, and he can't close his eyes because he's a fucking statue. So his eyes will remain as open as they've always been, and he will attempt to take on the characteristic. All right, so I will roll 3d10 1d100 plus 10 to offset the negative. Okay. Wow! Okay! Oh! Alright.
That's unlucky.
That's really
he
fucking
does
bad.
have the 2 PP up bentos. Can he use one to re-roll?
He did set one aside, so yes, he will consume that PP up bento and roll it again.
In before the 1.
So, like, you can see his body start to distort, and you know how he has, like, the shadowy limbs instead of, arms and legs? Like, they'll start to engulf him, and you'll just kind of see him scramble towards the PP up bento he set aside, and he'll roll again. Wow! Great improvement! So,
it doubled.
Not quite, but close. Oh yeah, it did more than double.
Alright! Great job, Kuma-san! Alright.
Well, I did get a 9, 9, and an 8.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Hello. So you just minus the 20, because I added a minus 20, so 9, 9, 8, 10. There you go.
Yeah.
Alright. So, I don't have any distorted music. What would make...
I was going to say, is this going to be where you use the other bento?
We only set one aside, so rip. Okay, so, you should have been more greedy. Let's see here. What music would make sense? I guess this one would make sense. Okay. Alright. So this thing that's glitchy and distorted as hell. Like you can see his imagery like shape-shifting and trying to eat itself. And you think sometimes you see a dragon, sometimes you see a screaming gal, sometimes you see a giant gate, sometimes you see Reiko's face, sometimes you see the ocean, sometimes you see a cat's eye, sometimes you see a wound that's being ripped open. It's very uncomfortable, and it's very erratic.
Kuma, is there something wrong?
All right, and it will say something, and then you can roll your understanding. You can add your Katsumi modifier.
Oh, good. Yeah, one of my worst stats. So I don't think I've ever raised this one.
Ooh. Lucky.
Well, at least it's a +3 from Kitsumi.
All right. So you guess you can pick out that it's trying to say, why are you doing this to me? Why have you brought me here? Where am I? Why am I here? Who am I?
Oh boy. I'm trying to understand and find the answers to those questions as well.
And it will continue to this thought, and it will ask who.
Given the understanding, was that asking who I am or who she is?
Who you are.
Well, it's like, well, I suppose the name I'm going by mostly is Nanashi.
Mm.
Believe that was the name you gave me.
Mm. And it will distort again, and it will be like, you are not on my side? Question mark.
I don't know.
How?
Okay, how what?
How can you not know you are complete?
I wouldn't call myself complete, but
You have a form, you have skin, you have a soul. What am I?
a part of one who is complete.
Alone. Gone.
I guess is is that bad?
Indeed. It will stop for a bit. And I'll roll an expression here. Okay. And it will be like, I was going to be gone, whether it would be through your hands or through hers. You get the feeling that her isn't referring to Katsumi.
Who is her?
It won't say anything.
Right. Well, you may not be part of something, but you're not gone. I suppose you're just in another place.
Taken.
Yes, I took you.
You want to be on my side?
Yes.
I see. I must take you. That's what am.
What you are?
Yes, I take and give everything.
Why?
That is what I am. That is all I am.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
If that's all you are, then what can you give and take?
I will take devotion. I will give devotion. I am devotion.
Right. Complete devotion.
Only. You want. Need. Desire.
Desire.
I need more of me. I will give more of me. Please.
I'm sure that, yes, I'm sure I will get more of you.
And okay, it'll just kind of swell up, and you'll hear no more, Jesus Christ, and Flag will just kind of fall backwards with a giant clump, and rain will fall down and run across the grooves of his of the etching of his metallic body. And it'll stare up at the sky. And,
You okay? You will go over to it.
well, that went badly. Holy shit.
Right. Care to explain in ways that I can understand?
I don't have any recollection of what just happened. You'll have to tell me.
I'd say you didn't do that very well. Everything was glitchy and staticky. I barely was able to make out what it was saying.
Oh. Well, it was a crapshoot.
Yeah. Is there a way we can get you better at that in case we need to do something like that again? Heaven forbid.
And he'll just kind of look at the sky and he'll be like, there's one way, kid, but there's a long path we need to walk.
Well, we're probably going to be together for a while, so... You really got anything you're in a rush for?
Well, you've got a road here to please, and the further you get down that road, the more tasty you look. I mean, I hope the hell we don't lose. Shit.
Well, somehow I don't think we're ever going to be a big player in the game anyways.
You know, it's amazing how one stupid decision can affect the rest of your life, huh?
Story of my life, my man. Story of my life.
Well, we've started this shit when it comes to the princess, so we need to finish it. And when we finish it, I'll be able to do that better. A lot better. You'll be able to understand me more. When it comes to the princess, she perhaps is our greatest ally.
Right. Which one are you talking about? The shadow or the real one?
They're both the same.
Parts of the same, but there are differences.
He'll just kind of be like, there was a time, well, not us. We were just kind of, well, doing our own thing, but there was a time where the shadow wasn't repressed, wasn't